c'est pas long, c'est 5 gallons de gaz. Alors, 150 comme ça, je fais. Ouais. On va avoir des feux à soir.
Hey everybody, it is Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Wednesday on this hump day. And as promised, I'm going to let you know about my whereabouts for that stretch that I was absent for 5 or so days. It all begins with a story in Montreal of a little motorcycle accident that, don't worry, wasn't all that serious, but definitely was a shakeup. Long story short, I had a little mechanical malfunction, and next thing you know, I flew over the handlebars, crumpled my front tire, the front fork was bent, and was pretty banged up for a few days. Nothing broken, but I couldn't really walk. I had a lot of bruising, a lot of muscular pain, and it's a shame because the body survived, but the bike certainly needs some work, and that was a beautiful, beautiful beauty. And yes, I am talking about the bike. 2005 Harley Sportster 1200 Custom XL. I'm still in tears about it. But at the end of the day, I needed a little bit of a pickup. I needed to relax and actually take some time off my regular work, so my daytime job as well. And luckily enough, we had an annual camping trip that was coming up. It's something that I do every year with my family. It's actually an old hunting lodge that my uncle used to own. He's now deceased, unfortunately, but we still go up every year hunting, fishing. That's kind of the name of the game. And even if we don't do any of that, it's just a nice place to chill, be outdoors. And as you can see, it's kind of the central hub if you extend spokes from Ottawa, Montreal, and Quebec City. So it's somewhere up in northern Quebec. It's called Lac Kempt, and it's just a beautiful getaway. It is, for the most part, my happy place. That's how I would describe it, and that of my family as well. So there's Papa Mattie over there at the front of the boat, guiding the way on our way over into our little secluded area of the cove. Here we have myself, my cousin in the background, and our chaperone as we make our way over into the cabin. And guys, if you're wondering what this is all about, all I'm trying to do is highlight the importance of taking a break sometimes, because if you look at what the crypto markets did, we always joke that in the time that we're away on these little trips, a war could break out, a massive economic financial crisis could break out, and we wouldn't know about it. We'd come back, we're just in total wilderness, no radios, no cell phones, obviously no Wi-Fi signals or anything of the sort. And the lesson that you kind of come away with is that life goes on, and maybe some things that we stress about a little bit more than we should aren't all that important at the end of the day. So it's always a good idea to set yourself free of your routine, just for a little bit at least, and really recharge, recompose, relax, and recenter yourself. And if I look back on what I missed in the few days that I was away, while there was a major Bitcoin correction, we dipped well below $9,000, but fast forward a few days and it's as if it never happened, because the problem has mitigated itself. We're back up to levels above where I was before I left on this trip, and historically speaking, it's as if nothing really happened at all. So it's just a point of philosophical intrigue that I find very interesting. We have a lot of fires when we go up there. There's myself looking over one of my constructions quite proudly. We had an 8.5, it might have been a 9-hour game of this new Game of Thrones variant of Risk. So there I am looking over the board game, planning my world domination. It's always a lot of fun just to remove yourself from the day-to-day and to take your mental faculties, direct them towards something else, whether it's a board game, whether it's chess, whether it's a little bit of construction that we did around the place. As you can see, it's a little bit rustic, no running water, no electricity. There's about a roof over our heads with no insulation otherwise in the colder months, and that's about it. So very, very basic. Again, nice daytime fire. There's the chalet in the background with a whole bunch of driftwood that we collected. And I do think it really is important in this space, in the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space, to take these kinds of breaks, again, to recharge, to recenter, to focus, to reflect, if nothing else. Because, personally, I've been at this since early 2018, creating these daily videos, and I haven't taken any kind of a break, so to speak. I haven't taken any vacation. So this was much needed, and this was a good fueling stop for me, for the body, and for the soul. I can't necessarily speak for my cousin and my dad because they were stressed out over my dominance on the risk board here. As you can see, we had a lot of fun. There's my dad and I going about it in the later stages of the game. It's a really nice spot. We used to have a dock because we used to do a lot more fishing, so that explains the stone blocks there sticking out of the water. But we had low waters this year, a low shoreline, lots of beach space for fires, and just enjoying yourself in the outdoors. It's a semi-northern Canadian forest, so you get a lot of pine, a lot of birch trees especially, which are great for firewood, which we try to harvest every year. There's my cousin and my dad working on the roof, which was leaking this time around. And hey, big kudos to my cousin, guys. Give him a thumbs up. He is having a baby. He announced it on the trip, so this was part of the reason for us to get together and do this as well. So we're very, very happy for him, obviously. Again, it's a nice space. All I'm doing is sharing with you a little bit of my personal account, but there you have it. I would suggest if you have the chance to take a step back, even for a few days, even if there are some people that are maybe going to be missing you, give it a chance anyway. It's only temporary, and you'll be back before you know it, feeling better, feeling invigorated, and again, feeling refueled. That's the term that I used earlier. So there you have it. My cousin and I, again, later stages of the game, getting grumpy. Man, Risk is the kind of game that tears apart families, but it's fun nonetheless, and you get over it eventually. So there you have it, an inside look at the life of Mattie, so to speak. Take those breaks, enjoy yourselves. Happy Hump Day, everybody. If you choose to invest, obviously, best of luck, but be careful out there. We're going to come back to regular news tomorrow, as per usual, so stay with us. Altcoin Buzz. Like, subscribe, share. Hit me up in the comments below. I'd be happy to tell you more about my experience and what this is all about. So take care, everybody. We'll see you again soon. Have a good one.